Welcome to the Random Green Podcast. That's right, podcast. Well, folks, it's cold outside and really cold. But is it surprising? It is wintertime after all. A lot of individuals don't realize that when it's cold outside, it's because of the changing seasons. I'm not one of those that is going to go protest in front of uh, cars and people trying to get to work and blocking traffic. But I'm not going to be that extreme. But at the same time, I'm not going to be, well, there's no such thing as climate change. But I never really say that when it's cold outside. But when it gets hot out, then I do. Because I don't really mind the cold as much as I do the heat. You can always put layers on. The only thing I don't like about the super cold is the driving conditions, especially blowing snow and snow on the ground, or let's just be blunt, excessive snow on the ground that can really be bad. It's just it's just one of those things where I guess I don't really uh, think about climate change when it's cold. I always think about climate change when it's hot, and I think it's the rising temperatures and all that stuff is what I would say is more of an issue. When it gets cold, that's just the way it is. Tough it up. That's just the way winter is. We have a few of these days that are cold outside, a few here and there. What's if you can be inside, if you can have a place to stay, even if you don't have a place to stay, there's resources out there where you can go inside. Uh, this is another reason I say to develop an underground society if the weather becomes too extreme. I've talked about underground societies. I'm not just talking about just underground. I'm talking miles underground where you can actually go there. And I realize need to have proper ventilation and all that stuff, but you can avoid the inclement weather if you develop this underground society. A lot of people just dismiss me, and I say, "Hey, it's nice. It would be nice to have an underground society. This way, climate change really. I mean, the so-called. I mean, I guess I don't know if there is climate change. I'm not going to deny it, but I'm not going to be at the same time going out with a sign saying, "Hey, uh, climate change is real," and which I think it is real, but I'm not going to, within reason. I don't panic every time if it gets cold outside. But if you're one of those that panics when it gets cold outside, hey, this is where I'd say an underground society would be good. Uh, why wouldn't it be good? With the overpopulation, I'd say that's one of those things. I don't know. That's just me, and this is my show, and this is my podcast, and that's what I feel like saying. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys my opinions, and thank you very much for listening to the Random Green Podcast. Have a great day.